The Biorepository is a service that collects and distributes human tissues and fluids for research. When the surgeon obtains the consent during the pre-op visit, they notify us ahead of time. We then have a list of researchers who are interested in a particular kind of cancer. So we will contact them as well, that we hope to have a kidney cancer for you on Wednesday. So the surgeon removes the organ of interest. It is immediately transported to the pathology department. It's received, it's then, as I said, examined by a pathologist and or perhaps a resident. First step is to put ink over the outside of the specimen because that marks where the surgeon cut. And we then can open up that specimen and look at it. At that point, we make a decision that there is adequate tissue that is able to be donated to the biorepository. So that process enables us actually to deliver fresh tissue to a researcher within perhaps an hour to 3 hours from it being inside the patient into their hands and for their research questions.
Yeah, so for cancer research, getting access to fresh specimens is critical, okay? And having a biorepository, an annotated biorepository where we can also go back and get information on how patients did over time is another important aspect of this. So the tissue allows researchers to perform experiments on gene-based experiments, again, protein, RNA, DNA, whatever they would like to do. And that often does require very well-preserved fresh specimens.
An excellent example of how fresh cancer tissue is used for research involves our collaboration with the Jackson Laboratories. They are implanting the tissue, again within hours, into a mouse model who can grow the tumor and then serve as a model for that cancer. So in addition to delivering tissue fresh to researchers, we collect tissue and we freeze it and store it in our long-term facility. So if a researcher has a need for frozen tissue, frozen cancer tissue, they can contact us and we interrogate our inventory and then can remove those tissues from the freezer and deliver them to them. We also collect blood and plasma from cancer patients, both pre-op and post-op. So the patients who give us permission for the fresh tissue have a sample drawn right before surgery and then during their post-op visit. Those serum and plasma samples are then a powerful tool for perhaps looking for some sort of biomarker in the blood about cancer, which could be very exciting for future developments. Another service we have as part of research histology is called immunohistochemistry. That's a very powerful tool where you can look for certain protein markers and antigens in tissue. Our investigators use a lot of immunohistochemistry. We can perform that for them on samples that they provide, or if they want samples that are from the pathology department. That's actually a large part of our service and activity.